Alright, this video is going to cover 7-stroke rolls, and we're going to go through 3 types. Well, it's still a 7-stroke roll, but we're going to put the accent on 3 different places. We're going to start with our basic single stroke roll, 16th notes. And number 1, we're just putting our accent on the 1, the quarter note. So it'd be 1 E and 2 E and right? So we keep that exact same sticking, and we're just going to diddle E and keep the accent on the 1. So 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2. E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and so it's important to keep that skeleton rhythm of the 1 E and 2 E and we're just on the diddles bouncing, and we want those evenly spaced. Okay, so on to number 3, we're going to put the accent on the and. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 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 E and you keep that exact same rhythmic skeleton, and we're going to number 4. We're going to diddle everything but the and. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 E and 1 2. So we're playing the exact same 7-stroke roll. We're just putting the accent on the 1, and then we put it on the and. Now if we go to number 5, the rhythmic skeleton, we're accenting the 1 E and 1 E and 2 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 E and just diddle everything but the of the 16th note. 1 E and 2 E and 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 So that's our 3 that we're working on for this lesson. So now that we've heard them all, it's nice to go through the rhythmic skeleton and then add the diddles. So it'd be exercise 1 and 2 we can start with. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 2 1 2. Back to single stroke roll. Now we diddle. And we can do the same thing with 3 and 4 or 5 and 6. So 3 and 4 sounds like this. 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E. Oops. And 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and. So going back and forth between those 2 figures, just adding the diddles is really helpful for keeping that rhythm in your head of the 16th notes, and then we're just diddling them. So we're not really trying to go through and count da 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 da. We're not trying to count the individual notes. We're trying to keep that 16th note pulls. And always the quarter note. Cool, so those are 3 ideas you can use with the 7-stroke roll. Keep the 16th notes, skeleton rhythm in your head, and keep the diddles evenly spaced. And try to keep those low and the accent high. Cool. Practice slow, use a metronome, subdivide.